Okay, we back on our restart of our solo Heartland playthrough. Remember, we did speed runs the last time you saw us. We're clearly doing fine by that. These driving skills. You're not gonna find driving skills like this anywhere else, I don't think. Maybe in your dreams. Maybe in your wildest imagination, but we might just have some bombs in the locker by default, and then we can bombs on zombs. Bombs on zombs. And then Sasquatch says, "Hey, you stupid asshole, pay attention. I have to do everything myself," and he flies around doing nothing. Continuing to castrate us. We got plenty of parts, but you know, I'd rather do it the hard way. You be down to play? This is my solo playthrough, so not right now, no. But I do play co-op with friends and stuff. Any bombs here? Oh man, I think we're just gonna have to melee and shotgun our way through it, but I think we can do it. Alright, we're gonna work really fast, so that's why we're doing this the hard way. Oh, cool. Thank you for asking, DJ.
I see a screamer.
Oh, we need to kill it. We need that sweet. Influence. Actually, I could have just grabbed a bunch of stuff and traded too, couldn't we have? That's alright. We're gonna make this happen. With our whopping 1 Molotov. Really, we're gonna go in with a shotgun and a dream. Hey, damn nice. Thank you for doing that. Yo, DJ Master Jam, thank you for taking the red pill. Seeing just how deep the rabbit hole goes. Welcome to reality. DJ Master Jam, thank you very much for that follow, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Alright, this place is pretty well cleared out. Sneak around and make a ton of noise. Anybody want to define oxymoron? Catch yourself on fire just to scare him. This guy's loco. He's willing to catch himself on fire. He's willing to catch himself on fire. Oh, it's getting weak. We can do it. Well, that sucks. We'll just pretend that didn't happen. I'm living up by the no aim assist today. We should get out of this room, Helena. That thing's gonna bust. Oh. This just a regular old AK. That works. Samples, definitely. That's what we needed right there. K-bar for sure. No longer give a damn about this thing. No longer give a damn about that thing. Good stuff. It was that low. She just went ahead and finished it. All right, there's our parts. And our influence. There's your sign in the buy. Buy. I'm missing just a lot of shots, but I think we're still playing pretty good. We're playing fine. We're moving fast. We're getting the essentials strategically into place. Oh yeah. You're not going to see driving like that just anywhere else. It's even better than you imagined it could be. Just have to support other streamers. Well, that is very kind of you, DJ. Good on you.
Dead guys nearby.
Good on you, DJ. Let's do what we intended to do. Which is to get this useless outpost that will trade in and say, why the hell did we put that there? That doesn't do anything. What were we thinking put an outpost right here? This can't. So no way supports our goals.
Hey, I just delivered a load of cool stuff.
Alec out and about, staying busy. The zombie has to die on principle. This is important for my people. Perfect. You're not tired. There, eat that random bag of thing. Have this fried matter. Ray, here's your stinking parts, you filthy animal. I'm gonna trade with you, Ray, because I need more influence. Got our Elder Scrolls music playing in the background. Keisha, you're a really cool dancer, Keisha. Oh yeah, Keisha. That's right. This is Operation Save Keisha. Get Keisha back into the fold.
Looks like that's it for loot.
Go trade this stuff back to old Ray. We'll empty our pockets. Actually, let's finish this and then trade. And
That's pretty.
one of the better State of Decay OST songs playing right now. It does have a good OST after all. Just embrace it. I wish the music played more often. It's actually got a great OST. All right, Ray, let's trade a little bit.
Yeah, later.
None of you want to trade?
Much, but I hope it'll help. Seriously though, do you really know Lily Ritter? She's like my hero.
I knew her. She's dead. Billy's dead.
Yeah, I know her. She's the reason I'm here. And don't
She's a
tell
star.
me, but she's kind of my hero too.
Bonafide celebrity. Back to base. Good run there. Got a mission in, and we're full up. They got good stuff now, I think. Dude, Ray and the gang. Looks like they had one facility thing. Maybe they get some more. That furnace, I guess, could be good. I don't know if it's as good as a CNC mill, though. Let's turn all this in, and then we'll either play with Helena or Malik. Start leveling them up. I assume we probably get... Oh, like the Enclaves? Oh, okay. That makes sense, Gorilla. There we go. That is amazing, by the way. That is an amazing hero bonus. Anybody can undo locked doors while crouched.
She gave me a chance when the rest of the world had given up on me.
Ray's had a tough go.
Seriously.
He has had a rough go of it. I think we'll probably level up Helena. Yes. We'll keep the shotgun on Quincy. I think is his name. Yeah. That'll be fine. That'll do, pig. That'll do. And we got some open slots in our pockets. So while we're here.
Not bad.
When in Rome. And we just take everything. Light crossbow is actually really good. Helena is almost certainly infected at this point.
Something else is going on with this story. I don't know why, but I'm sure that Santos isn't telling us the whole story.
But he's like Lily's friend. Why would he?
He's like Lily's friend, man.
Just the question of the day.
Juggernaut. Oh, I played Nightmare yesterday. Had some fun battles. So Juggernaut chased me off a few times though. That's a nightmare for you. Crazy shit is gonna go down in Nightmare. That's the only guarantee. There's no guarantees but that. That there's no guarantees. Alright, we gotta keep crack-a-lacking through some content. We gotta get to that Plague Wall mission.
With the right tools, I could turn out some solid weapons.
Alright, officially stop giving them materials.
Supplies delivered.
Okay. Let's go ahead and deliver all the shit, though. We are now going to switch characters. So we have his hero bonus. We're gonna grab Helena, who's probably hurting. Oh, she's actually doing okay. She's doing okay. It's her hero bonus. Oh, she's still just a recruit, so we don't know. But I'm sure we'll figure it out. We have any backpacks that are even decent. We should have at least one speed backpack. There we go. We can make that work. I wish I could check the mission mini-map while we were fueling up. Upgrading your base. Travel to Forum Army Garage, search for secret tree you need for the upgrade your repair depot. Which one's the repair depot? Not that one, that's for sure. Look, we can do it already. Re-scrap a circuitry for 75 parts. So they clearly want you to make a lot of bombs. You know, bombs on zombs and all that. I mean, the stamina, for sure. Okay. Let's go do some more looting. What do we got? It looks like there's a special weapon box here. I want to go try to find a lot of the different weapon caches. We get some echo weapons early. That'll be a big help. I love bombs, no doubt. Bombs are going to help us get through these plague hearts like nothing. I tried to use on a cold enclave bomb my bombs. It didn't do anything, though. I tried to use on a cold enclave bomb my bombs. Didn't do anything. Bomb your bombs. What do you mean, Gorilla? Oh, you tried to use a bomb? Okay. Oh yeah, we're getting this shortcut down pat now. It's supposed to be a weapon cache in this general vicinity. This area. Around, maybe a little closer to this. This graveyard, though. What a solemn place. Oh, you're good, man. Don't worry, it's Twitch. I get what you're saying.
I'm screwed.
Is that what you're up to in State of Decay right now? Is doing a Nightmare playthrough, Gorilla? Hell, I'll take that backpack. That was a nice find right there. What's going on at the base? We got one laborer. What can we do with that? Nothing yet, I guess.
We can't expect our supplies to stay in good shape if we just leave them lying around.
Looks like it might be a little closer to the water. Definitely something bad. That was a warning shot. I learned that from Booger. Let's run as far away from the car as we can, as a safety precaution. You're fine. Now, we did this specifically to try to keep everyone alive, so now I'm making dumb plays. Maybe I should. All right. Sound the bugle. General retreat. General retreat. We definitely have to keep Helena alive. I know one of the achievements is finish the game with your original 2 survivors. We also want to build a community of 8, and we have to recruit everybody. Yeah, it's super fun. I tried to make a car bomb with C4s, but they didn't stay on the truck. Dude, they should totally be sticky, and I still hate the C4 nerf. I put in the bed of the truck, but the C4 was stuck in midair when I drove off. Damn, that would have been amazing, though.
It's possible to feel
Yeah.
this bad and still be alive.
The sandbox is still the heart and the soul of what makes State of Decay 2 good. What was that? Is that drum background music or is something like sounds like stuff's cracking in the back? This bed I think needs this, right? Oh, we need labor. Okay. C4 nerf was stupid. We need more game-breaking explosives, not less. Absolutely, because it's not hard, it's not easy to make. And you got to get 2 different survivors, and you have to get a base up, and you have to get facilities, like a facility mod for it, and the whole thing. It's just, it's not the kind of thing you would think that they would nerf. This. I'll go with snacks. That'll be fun. I don't even normally run that stuff just for the pocket space, but these blood plague ferals and the way I'm missing shots causing me some grief. Okay, looking at our map, I still feel like there's a thing there, and you know what? It's probably worth it. By which I mean it's not at all worth it. We should totally come back during the day, but we're gonna try anyway. What we'll do with Malik is we'll send him on a mission to get a car. That'll level his stuff up. I'll take dumb place for 100, Alex. Dude, they infect you for a lot. Got it. You've got to become a warrior, Helena. Become a warrior. I'm still convinced that going to the right causes the good animation to play. Can we upgrade this? Do we have this stuff? Oh. Oh, just labor? Really? Okay, we can do that. I used the grenade launcher 40mm a lot. I blew up a juggernaut like nothing. Is that good against blood plague juggernauts? So I didn't know that. Remember that. Okay, we're gonna mostly abandon our car at this point and run on foot so we can level her up.
Looks good. No more zombies. I wish I had room for it.
So many zombies out here. Citizen. 2+ beds? Oh, hell yeah. That's the one great thing about Heartland, is all these people have fantastic
Totally worth it.
hero perks. I like that push thing you did and knocked him down. Yeah, I blew... Oh, thanks. Thank you, girlie. I blew his ass up. He went down to his knees quickly. Well done.
I can't keep doing this.
Well done, gorilla. I wouldn't mind actually making a run for a car here with her, too. We just need cars to sit in the lot so that when we're full up, we can... Throw rucks in the back.
Glad we got that done. On to the next.
Upgrade this. Now I'll start doing trade slots. Now, do we think there's a car here? I think there'd be a car here. There's our trekker. What's this? Military truck? Oh, okay. Do that. We'll bring that back to base, then we'll run back here. Oof! I'll just run it back to base. I'll fill the sucker up. Doesn't even have that many slots, so it won't be that hard. I haven't tried this one. You totally should. It's interesting. It tells a pretty good story. We've got our co-op playthrough. Is that the dog? Everything just petrified. There should be more eaten, or 8 bodies. Less. I just sat here so long I petrified. Who does that? Do they just... Unless they committed suicide. That's the only way they'll starve to death. I'd rather see, like, a skeleton. A mangled skeleton in there that's been ate up.
Scrounge up a bit more food around this place.
One more thing here. For the sake of OCD, I want to find it. There it is.
I don't think there's anything left to find.
I'm fully invested in the stream now. It's my favorite game. It's a great game. It's definitely my favorite zombie game. I'm with you, man. You got good taste, Gorilla. I think we got, yeah, we do. Repair kit and gasoline. Alright, we'll fuel her up. They're coming to get you, Barbara. Look, there's one of them now. Oh, I hate when they go for the long animation. I just want the one where they go to the right and they crack the head, and that's it. It's the only animation I want. I still think maybe, I still want to believe it's from the right. See that? Look at that benefits of that animation. Look at the benefits to that animation. My favorite movie of all time. I have seen that movie hundreds of times. I just reintroduced my nephew to it. You know what? It gets better every time. That is such a timeless classic. Say what you will about zombies, about George A. Romero. That man got one of his films into the National Film Archive of the United States of America. Whether you think he was a good film director overall, whether you think zombies are tired and cliche, that man should have made $1 billion. He should have copyrighted Night of the Living Dead. He failed to file that copyright. He should have a copyright on zombies. Robert Kirkman is a rich man thanks to George A. Romero, and that's a fact. And that's a fact. He could have made so much money. We have been lucky that he didn't, so everybody's been able to run with it. But man, he really never got his paycheck like George Lucas did. And he should have. But still, a film in the National Archive. Anybody who knows anything knows that George A. Romero is the godfather of the zombie. Well, this should prove to be fairly difficult. Close combat is pretty tempting, but I'm not going to do it because I just want to change it up.
I'll be back before you know it.
Let's make her a hero, shall we? Just, at least we got the sprint bonus. I think he gets that from the lockpicking thing. It's like basically you get all the benefits. Every single one of these characters gets the benefit of stealth. Quincy's hero bonus is broken, and it's great. You have the 1990 Blu-ray, the remake. The remake's not bad. It's not the original, but it really ain't bad. The only thing I don't like about the remake, I think the gore is great. I think Tom Savini has always did a great job on the special effects. I don't like that Barbara goes from like, you know, she's useless in the first movie. She's just catatonic. So they had to make up for that, but she becomes a like downright warrior in the matter of an evening. And the zombies in the Savini remake, which of course is like legit, it got the blessing of George Romero and everything else. And they did do a good job for the most part. Are way too weak. Savini made the zombies pathetic, which of course is the point, you know, like we can't work together and you got this issue right in front of your face and it should be the common enemy and we should all be able to band together and fight this and it'll be fine because they're not actually a big deal, but we're too busy fighting one another. The recurring theme between all the Dead films is that right there. Humans fight over their petty problems and ignore the big things that they all share a common purpose on, like the planet or whatever, you know, and just can't. It's, you got the living dead outside wanting to eat your flesh, and they're too concerned about who gets the basement, who gets the cellar. But he made the zombies, they're just like not scary once you get over it. She literally just walks around them in that one. And Night of the Living Dead, the zombies are still scary. Oh, they did? Out of the remake? So in the Blu-ray, do they show some of those scenes? Damn it.
Reloading. That won't work.
Stuff like this until we can store it right.
At least not having aim assist on is more realistic. But it makes me feel like a chump. I'd like to see that then. I own the DVD. I recently had my nephew watch Dead Alive, which is just like, you know, a forgotten masterpiece. It's so hard to get a hold of that one. And Dead Alive is so good. That's incredibly true. It's mainly our own petty crap that gets in the way of a much larger goal. What was so good about Romero is he put the social commentary into his movies and didn't even know it. And it's like the moment that he started to hear how like fans were reading into this and figuring out these like the social commentary beneath it all. He didn't intend it. Like the fact that it's a black man that dies at the end of Night of the Living Dead. You know, it seems really poignant. Like, it's the American South, it's 1969, but it's 68 when that movie gets made. And segregation is still alive. Actually, no, civil rights bill would have just passed, but that's beyond the point. The point is, it's not like, you know, it was all over and done with as far as the racial strife. But people obviously read a message into that, and it's there. It certainly is there, but he always said he never meant for that to be there. It just happened. And that was kind of like the natural poetry of his movies is he was just trying to make a good movie, and then this other stuff would come out. And he just said that he was the best man who tried out for the job. He just happened to be the best actor. They didn't have any intention to make a commentary on race. But it was there. Kirkman always stands by like, yeah, he meant to do it. In any Romero interview you ever read, he says that was a total accident. A happy accident, of course, but same thing with Dawn of the Dead. He just wanted to make a kick-ass zombie movie. He thought the mall in Pittsburgh would be like, wow, people could hold out forever in this place. This is the way they used to make malls. And then people got the whole consumerism metaphor out of it, which is there. They get bored. They've got everything damn it. Anything they could ever want. They're set. They have no real worries anymore, but they're just bored. Back in those days, yeah, it took guts, but I still appreciate the fact that it was like, yeah, I just got, you know, it wasn't like an identity politic kind of thing. It wasn't him like, yeah, we have to cast a black man. We have to specifically cast a Latino. We have to specifically get a transgender Asian woman or else. It's the only actor that can play the job. Everybody got to try out for that job. In the end, the black guy was the best actor that showed up. That's what I appreciate about it. And that's what he always stood by. And now people want to read into it like, yeah, he specifically was looking for a black actor. That just demeans the black actor. The black actor, the black man that got the role, got it because he was the best actor, not because he was black. That sort of ass backwards thinking that they have about it, like they think that that's really open-minded, but it's not. It's doing, in my opinion, literally what you're trying to prevent, which is just judge people by their color. It's the whole Martin Luther King Jr. thing. His dream is when someone will be judged not by the color of their skin, but by the fabric of their character. Same thing happens in Dawn. And then it's like he figured it out. So he makes Day, and Day is not the best one. It's good because it's so damn dark. It's literally the end of the world, and that's why it works. But it's like, oh, there's metaphor and shit in my movies. Now I'm going to try to put a metaphor in there. And so he makes a metaphor for like the military-industrial complex and how the military and the political apparatus is always at odds with like the civilians and the scientists and the doctors. and it works, and it's interesting, but you should read the original script for Day of the Dead. It's actually really bad. I don't know why people are always like, dude, if they would have went with the original script, it would have been amazing. I don't think so. It was a really weird movie if they would have went with that script. Yeah, it wasn't forced, it was based on merit. Yeah, absolutely. I think you're right, Gorilla. Do you know they recasted Ben the actor, took the script, the other room, memorized it, came back like an hour later and nailed it? Really? That's cool. I'll be damned. Yeah, the remake's good. If the Blu-ray has the deleted scenes with the gore, I'd love to see that. No, this pistol's pretty good. When I hit the shots, anyway. Damn it. Pretty consistently when I'm on the right, we're getting the good animation. Oh, what movie we're talking about? We're talking about the Romero Dead films. How he never got enough. Oh, he should have copyrighted it, and Robert Kirkman's made everybody in that whole industry now has made a total killing off of really what was his idea. I see.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah, then we're talking about how he, like, had metaphor in his movies, but he didn't know it, and then, like, when he became aware of the fact that fans were seeing all this metaphor in there, it was just happening spontaneously. He tried to force it in the later films. I've watched them all. In fact, I own them all. I thought Land of the Dead was solid. The problem with Land of the Dead is not that it's a bad movie. The problem with Land of the Dead is that it's way too short. It doesn't get enough time to get going.
Zombies? Too bad.
You know, it technically is his Twilight of the Dead, but that movie legitimately needed another hour to get its bearings. And I still think that zombies are done better in movies rather than long-running shows. I think The Walking Dead has lost a lot of its teeth, forgive the pun. Because it's just human drama and suffering, and it's getting boring. And I think that core, like, thing of life has been disrupted, and now they have to figure shit out is much better than the what does society look like post-zombies. It's kind of interesting, but it's nowhere near as interesting as Dawn and Night, where one of the things I also love about Dawn of the Dead, it is my favorite movie ever, is that he, like, nailed so much. Society isn't actually completely broken down yet in that movie. You get to see it at the tattered edges of the last month of, like, police still work, civil service still works, televisions are still operating. People are trying to fight back, figure it out, and basically people not working together against it and not believing, not trusting, just like this pandemic causes a bunch of issues, and we lose the war against the dead. But you get to see that rather than, like, Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead in 2004, which I think is a bad movie now. It's got some cool scenes, but that's it, like most Zack Snyder movies. Zack Snyder's movie, literally, it goes from 0 to 100. And that takes all of the thrill out of it. It takes out all the immersion. It goes from she's a nurse and she's working in the hospital to the next day her daughter's biting her husband's face off. And at Dawn of the Dead, you see that there's, like, people still making escape plans. There's people are starting to abandon their posts. The two SWAT guys abandon their posts, but they're working their posts for the meat of the crisis. And then people start to see the writing on the wall, and they make their decision whether they're going to stay on duty or not. And then, of course, by the end, you see where we've lost the war on the dead and society has collapsed. And then that's what makes Day of the Dead work so well, is Day of the Dead is like, oh my God, there's still some military left. There's still some fragment of the government existing. Rush to a bunker somewhere. And they make a breakthrough. It's weird and it's unorthodox, but ultimately Day of the Dead is a breakthrough that they could repurpose the zombies. There's no cure for the dead. But if they could get them to stop eating us. But of course, it's like the girl says, Sarah, It's not realistic. How the hell are you going to train them? There's not even enough people left to, like, feed them and shit. Anyway. It's a dark film because it's the end of the world. It's all of the human race's failures, all magnified throughout the 3 films, sometimes accidentally. You know, how we, not only in the microcosm, but in the macrocosm, fail to work together on set objectives as humans. It's who's in the basement, who's got the cellar, who's got the upstairs. And then, of course, the black guy getting killed at the end. In Dawn of the Dead, it's more about who owns the most stuff. Rather than like, oh my god, there's less and less humans every day. The people they kill, get up and kill! So rather than people working together, they're fighting over who gets to be the king of all the junk when it's all over. Who owns the empire of dirt. And then in the final days of the light that is humanity, rather than one last concerted effort, they fight over who's in charge of the bunker. Is the breakthrough realistic? You know, who's in charge of ideas at that point? And because even in the last moment, for all they know, it is literally the last fragments of humanity, they still can't work together. It's good stuff because it's so dark. And there's a truth to it. I enjoy the first moments of the outbreak. Day of the Dead was underrated. Day of the Dead was underrated. It's not great. I've gone back and watched Day of the Dead a bunch. And, you know, it's one of those movies that has good scenes to it. And I like the overall sweep of the film. I like the theme of the film, but it's not a great movie. It has some really good scenes, though. I enjoy the monologues in that one a lot.
No more of that.
And then he makes Diary of the Dead. And Diary of the Dead is really okay. I thought Diary of the Dead was a fun movie. You know, he follows his zombie lore. He tells another good zombie story. And there's that... that was a flick that I watched with my buddies in high school. And I thought it was a good George Romero movie. And fans, it sold pretty well. And the DVD company, Devamax, you know, that was a big thing there for like 5 years. From like 2002 to 2007. The home DVD market was huge. So they got Romero to make some of those flicks. And he made that one. It did really well. It sold like hotcakes. And then they're like, hey, make another one right now. Make another one. So he does, and it's Survival of the Dead. Survival of the Dead is ass. It is a really bad movie. And all the ideas that he presents in it, it's like he milked the cow too much. He milked it dry. And the genre had just taken on a life of its own at that point. But it's not a good movie. The makeup is bad. It looks like, you know, the makeup is worse in that movie than the freaking Dawn of the Dead when everybody looks blue. You can see, there's one scene in particular where the zombies are eating a horse, and it's like, oh yes, look, there's a major revelation at hand. They eat animals, I guess. Okay, well, I think that was either always assumed or not, but you can see when they're eating that horse, half of the people, their makeup line. It's so stupid. A girl who's a zombie rides a horse, like, he really doubled down on one of his better inventions at the end of his career. That I think I appreciate more and more, which is the idea that the people who are undead, as they win the war against the living, they literally just act out their lives. They run on habit, and they run on instinct, and they run on what they were before. And so as you get deeper and deeper into the Dead films, the zombies like Bub, they act more and more like who they were in a past life. And then by Land of the Dead, I think Land of the Dead's opening sequence is excellent, where they're all like living out their lives before. The head zombie is the gas station clerk, and the two zombies are holding hands, and there's a band in. It's creepy. It's creepy, and what works is it's not just the same old thing. It's like there's a new mystery afoot. Their behavior is changing with time. And in Survival of the Dead, there's those zombies chained up on that island, and they keep doing the same shit. Like the mailman is delivering mail over and over, and it's supposed to be a weapon case over here. Grow veggies, raise livestock, all that stuff. Wow, you're a survivalist. Gorilla, you are a survivalist, sir. Isn't this where we start? I'm gonna do acrobatics. I'm gonna do acrobatics with blunt. Reduce fall damage, flying strike. I mean, why not?
Can't do it.
With Dead Reckoning, did you like Land of the Dead? Survival of the Dead is the last zombie movie he made. I own them all. I went back and watched Survival of the Dead not maybe a year ago, and it's still bad. I was hoping like Day, which I liked a lot less when I watched it the first time, and Land, it would grow on me. There would be something redeeming in it. But I don't think he was really in charge of that one very much. I think he was a lot more hands-off. I think he was getting really old. And I just sort of wish it wasn't... I sort of wish it didn't exist. We got lucky on this backpack, though. John, Leguizamo. Was that like... Yeah, I loved it. Luigi is one of my favorite actors. Oh, okay. Yeah, Land is pretty good. Land is not his best, I don't think, but it was decent. It was good. It just needed more time to get its bearings. Like, they introduced all these characters in this world, and 100%, they could have, like, dug into that a little bit. That movie needed, like, 2 subplots at least, and some time to stretch, and I think it could have been a really good movie. A really good final effort. And I wish he had titled it Twilight of the Dead or Dusk of the Dead, like fans wanted. And you do that, and I think that, like, that is... I mean, his legacy was already assured, though, just because of the National Film Archive, and... It's crazy what's gone on with the rights for Dawn of the Dead, though. The OG Dawn of the Dead. They're about to finally release a Blu-ray on that. But if you look on Amazon right now for the Dawn of the Dead Blu-ray, I don't know where this damn weapon thing is. It is... maybe on top of that mountain, but I have no idea how I'd get up there.
I need a break.
How's the game going? It's going good. So we beat Heartland on co-op. It's on YouTube if you want to see that. !YT. We're doing the solo playthrough to enjoy the story. We actually just restarted because I lost too many people. And I want to get all the achievements here on this one. Heartland. Sounds fun. Yeah. Have you done Heartland? Alatros? And I've got a map up, and as far as I know, there's a weapon case here, so I'm looking for that.
That won't work.
Why won't it work? He's gonna get sick again. There's no way we can climb this mountain, even with acrobatics. But there's a zombie up there, so... or around here. I want to try. Kind of glad we grabbed acrobatics because I feel like we got a chance at it now. This is going to be some Skyrim shit right here. I'm going to start Googling, correcting my spelling and stuff. I've been one tap away, literally, just lazy me. Man, I don't mind.
Into any more plague zombies. I'm screwed.
We're just chilling out talking. I mean, I'm sitting here going on rants about the Dead films. So don't worry about it. Maybe I can get up there. Maybe. Okay, well, I'm not seeing this one, and I'm not going to concern myself overly with it. What's down here? Let's go for this one. Big thing is we're grabbing all the weapon caches. We just dropped off another car, and I'm leveling this girl to hero bonus, and then I'm going to grab Quincy next. I can probably play till 2 or 3 a.m., and by that point, I want to be at the... Whoops. Whoops. We'll just say those were happy accidents. Speaking of happy accidents. Still want to be on the final mission. Oh shit, a big boy.
There's a juggernaut nearby.
I don't mess with these guys without 50 cows, and I'm definitely not risking a girl we need for the achievement. She really... Wow. Okay. I mean, I figured he was going to chase us all the way, but I didn't think he'd catch up with us. No, can't get in here. Can't see us. We're not here anymore. You don't even know where we're at.
Uh-oh, only one left.
Dennis Hopper? Yeah, man, he's a legend. He starred so many movies. I think he's passed away now. I hate Juggernaut so much. I do not blame you at all, Albatross. Jugs suck. As I said, I'm not even bothering with this one. Not worth it to me. The only way it's worth it is that...
Oh, yeah, that's right.
we could get some mucho influence here. No idea. Remember, he passed away. He starred in a lot of movies. I will say I'm playing with fire right now. The more you know. Oh, no. Got tapped. Got tapped.
That's not good.
Uchi. Oh my god. Alright, well, I need to get some heals now. We were doing really good, but he just like barely backhanded us just a little bit. It was enough.
And I'm out.
Don't you disappear from me, Juggernaut. I'm coming back for round 2. The bell rings, but we both got some solid hits in there for the first round. Shh, I'm not here. Thanks for that, Raphael. Oh, okay. Well, that time was not so much of a juke. Yo, Lanstus! Lanstus! Hello, welcome to the stream. Ding, 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 ding! Fuck that jug. Let's kick his ass. Let's do it. So should be able to get us our hero bonus. That infection shit right there is what causes so many problems.
I'm out of extra ammo.
Blunt weapons on jugs are useless. He's stumbled a couple times. I don't think they're any worse than heavy weapons. They say heavy weapons are good. I never feel it. Oh, that sucks. You're gonna eat up all my plague samples, mister. We've collected quite a few. We'll be okay. You shouldn't be able to get in here. Just give me a minute. Round 3.
Doing bad. Like bright light and angels bad.
We'll become immune soon. And at least you're getting rep for doing this. Oh, that was a big bitch slap to start off round 3.
Screamer nearby.
Dude, he does so much infection. Her. Ding, 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 ding. He's kicking my ass here in round 3.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, get the fuck out of here. That was...
Almost out of that.
We played it very risky there. Oh my god, I am so sick. Okay, round 5 I think we're on now. Hopefully we got the meds. I think we're good on meds too. We'll be okay. I would love to find a survivor that's immune to blood plague. I know it exists and it usually happens. Apparently you have to do this a bunch. They have to get sick and you have to heal them. Get sick, heal them. Get sick, heal them. If he wasn't doing a third of the infection per... This wouldn't be such a big deal. And I know what we're doing. We are doing our solo Heartland playthrough, exclamation mark Y2. We've already done our co-op playthrough. Right now I'm leveling her up, getting her to hero bonus, and then we're going to switch back over to Quincy and get back on the main mission. Right now we're boxing a blood plague juggernaut for bragging rights. Okay, I think we're getting deep into this round. We're getting deep. You can tell both fighters are really beginning to feel it. So sick of your infection shit. Yeah, this is all about the bragging rights. That's 100% right. Good grief, go down, Charlie Brown. I've completed Heartland once, yes. Lantis. Let's call you Lantis. We were pretty far out from that to be hit. This is taking so long. The ending was anticlimactic. I agree. I'm gonna assume it's the same shit on solo. Yes. That's right, big boy. Eat it. Eat shit and die. Eat shit and die. Did it. We're the champion. Yeah, ending is shit, Atlantis. You think so? What do you think the future holds? I'm hoping that we get all this stuff in the base game. I think that's what the future should hold. That took a long time. Hey, don't they normally drop a ton of samples? 4? Is that all we got out of that? 4? Ooh. That does not even make up for what it cost us to do it. Okay, we should get back to base. I got my ass kicked by a jug. I left and came back with a grenade launcher. I'm very petty. You did the right thing. You did the right thing, Gorilla. You play regular campaign? I do. We beat all the legacies on Nightmare, in fact, a little while back. That's also on YouTube, our Let's Play for that. And when Doom or Red Zone or Doom Zone or whatever it's going to be comes out, the new difficulty, we'll do that as well. That'll be the plan. Now just think about that. Just think about how bad her day has been. We just went from a blood plague juggernaut.
I'm on empty here.
Yes, you were literally on empty. Okay. Ouchie. Let's get the hell out of here. Use cover. Serpentine. Serpentine. He'll never get in. Never. Okay, he's in. He'll never get up the stairs. Never. Okay, he's up the stairs. Well, that was a good waste of ammo, but we're alive. Don't play with aim assist, by the way. Make it more realistic. And I lean on that excuse heavy. Real heavy. What just happened? Why is there dark music going on? Where's our trekker? I'm ready to fill this thing up and get out of here. I have to assume we're probably... Oh, we're really close to hero bonus, which was the goal. Nightmare Zone is already super hard already. Hell yeah, it is. But the good thing is Red Zone will be a choice. Lantis, Cinna, do you play regular campaign? After that, I'll probably do 1 year challenge and then retire in Green Zone until a new difficulty comes out.
Catch my breath.
1 year challenge, so 365 days in one. You're on your 4th Nightmare campaign? Nice. That's what it'll be called. Oh, we're just guessing. I mean, since the easiest is called green, I'm assuming the hardest might be called red. What's your... I'll max it. Let's get this thing back to base. I know there's a trekker around here. We left it behind. 365 days. Yeah, years. Landis, you'd be playing this game until the sun explodes, goes supernova. Nightmare Zone is already super hard. I don't know how hard the next one will be. I think, I sure think it's hard. Yeah, Nightmare's really hard. There's no doubt about that, Alatros. Hey, I ain't a badass. There's no doubt I use every little trick in the book to get through Nightmare. But, yeah, Blood Plague Ferals are straight up scary, Alatros. I think I'm saying that right. I can't wait for a new difficulty, me neither. That'll freshen it up a lot. Me either, I should say. Rather. There we go. Flip that car. I told you guys you won't see driving like this anywhere but here. You know, it just doesn't get any better than this. Time for a Ricola. Better pause. My friend got invaded by zombies at his base. He'd leave and they despawn. There you go. Every trick in the book. 3 survivors? Wow, I've lost like 50 survivors. You're doing better. Oh, you're doing a lot better than me, Landis. A lot better.